Okay.
Yes.
Gadara, your take on it, is it gagging media or is it purely regulating? Because at the end of the day, like Dr. Booker says, with freedom comes responsibility.
Well, I think there are, I mean, we have to be careful how we approach this and to identify what the actual problems are. The first thing I would say is any time government is prescribing content for media, there is a problem. You know, it should never be in a position, you should never allow it position to tell you what you can and cannot broadcast. For the simple reason today it is sex talk, tomorrow it might be political talk. You know. The second thing is, well, I am very much for media self-regulation, you know, where the media itself sets its own standards and enforces them. They've already got a platform for doing that, which is the Media Council.
But in a case where they're not doing that, then should the government step in?
Well, no,
and
the government
regulate?
is there to enforce the laws that are on the books, you know. We have a law against fraud. If I came, I gave you certain lies and I took your money, you could take me to court. You could go report me to the police, you know. Why is it that we feel that the government cannot enforce those laws against people like Kanyari, etc., but we think it will enforce others? Its own interest, the government's own interest, is in controlling the press. If it wanted to grab Kanyari today, it could do it. We saw what happened when the pastors had car accidents and they tried to cover it up. You know, this is not about stopping that. It is about controlling the press. You know, and I think we need to be alive and aware of that. Let them enforce the laws that are already on the books. You know, the third thing that has me a bit concerned about this is the role of the KFCB, the Kenya Film Classification Board. You know, where, in what law does it say the Film Classification Board can regulate media content or even advertising content? They are now headed to court with KBL, because KBL refused to pull their ads, saying you have no mandate to do this. You know, there is no law that says that. You know, the second thing is there was a court decision in 2007. You know, because again, this was the first time the government has tried it. In 2001 under Moi, they attempted to get the KFCB, then it was known as the Kenya Film Censorship Board, but it's the same body basically, they just changed the name, to regulate content for broadcasters, for media. You know, a Nation Media Group sued, it went through the courts, and in 2007 a judgment came saying that it was not acceptable or necessary in a democratic country for that to happen. So why are we allowing it to come back again? It's already been litigated. You know, so again, I think, and this is my point, going back to where our media sometimes sleeps even on its own interests. You know, they should be saying, here is the law, this is what it says. You know, here is a court decision, this is what it says. Why are you coming back and acting against what's there?
Okay.